Hi guys, my name is Evette Rose and welcome here today joining me for the full moon. Now, I'm an author and also the founder of Metaphysical Anatomy, a book of 609 medical ailments and also hidden emotional blocks behind them. Now, I'm so excited to start this talk and this healing meditation with you today for the full moon and to really take full advantage of this powerful phase that we're stepping into right now, because this is a powerful one. Because when you look back at the new moon that we had on the 26th of November, it already kind of like kick-started a really nice fiery desire for change. And this full moon is now going to re-energize what the new moon started 2 weeks ago. Now, if you haven't made changes, then you might have noticed that you're starting to feel a little bit restless again. And if you feel anxious, then it is also the restlessness of this full moon that you're really starting to feel now. And you could also be feeling like a deep sense of need to connect and to relate more to people during this time as well. Because this time around, you might start to feel, and this for some of you, this might be a new feeling coming forward. Enjoy it and embrace it, because you might start to feel safer, to start to reach out to people that you care about, or to people that you've always wanted to connect with, that you feel safe with. Now, communication, now on top of that, right? Everything comes with communication as a package as well. Now, communication is also supported by this beautiful vibe of this full moon. So, talk, communicate, socialize a little bit more, right? And you'll feel that there's a lot more harmony in this vibe as well, making it easier for you to communicate. Now, also just be mindful, right? Be mindful to not mistaken this gentle communication, right? This vibe that's coming in as a weakness in someone else, right? Especially when there are boundaries being expressed, right? So this vibe is showing us all that communication can be done with ease and grace. And aggression is not always needed to get your point across, right? To say what it is that you need to say. So if now in this case, if you have a negative association with harmony, right, because maybe chaos and drama and stress has become your comfort zone, then be mindful that you don't push people away by showing lack of trust, especially lack of trust where it's not called for, right? So just because, for example, someone's communication to you now is gentle, which, let's say, it's kind of how it should be, right? It doesn't always mean that they maybe have like an agenda with you. It doesn't always mean that. And if there was an agenda, this full moon is showing you that you are not powerless and you can be powerful, but in a gentle way. And this full moon, right, this vibe is now also calling you out on false aspects of yourself, right? You might actually start to see how certain aspects of your character was born as a result of trying to fit in, right, in one way or another. And it's now slowly going to collapse on you. So, bear in mind, when I say collapse, I mean the power and the influence that this old false aspect of you had in the past in your life, that is going to start to feel weaker and weaker. And its influence on others is going to also start to feel weaker and weaker. Now you will feel this, right? And you will also see this happening as well, as the best way forward is to let go, right? Let it go. Whatever it is that needs to start to drop away, let it go. Because you will start to feel that the power that you got from acting and behaving certain way is not giving you the same results anymore. So let it go. Let it just be a false aspect of yourself now, and let it fall away. Almost like evaporating like water on a hot summer's day. Because this full moon is bringing in change, and it is asking you to change. And also the best way to permanently change is to keep these changes, is to make them permanent, is to make them a decision, right? You need to choose change. Every permanent change starts with a conscious decision. Instead of waiting, right? Instead of waiting for something that's going to push you into a corner before you change. Now, Why not just make it easy for yourself and change as a result of a choice that you've made? And not let it, for example, now be the final option that you left it with by being pushed into certain circumstances that's now challenged you beyond your ability and your capacity to cope with it. So now, talking still about change here, right? Because this is all that's happening. The full moon is always nudging you for change. Because this change can also actually leave you feeling that your lungs are flaring up a little bit, right? Even you might even have some bronchitis or a bit of phlegm when you cough and when you start to breathe. And this is symptoms rather of say, for example, the flu, but not the full-blown onset of it, right? More so symptoms, because this is more psychosomatic rather than actual illness starting to come forward. And it's just showing you the hidden emotions that are now there. That you're not allowing yourself to fully transition into this new frequency that the full moon is creating for you, right? So if you resist and if you fight the change, then you will start to feel your shoulders, right? Even your shoulders can start to become more tense during this time and during this period. And also what you can do is you can check out my book, Metaphysical Anatomy Volume 1, because there you will see a lot more of the hidden stress and the ailments that are now flaring up during this time. And what are the hidden messages behind that? You can easily grab your copy on Amazon. Now, also, any shoulder tension, just wrapping up from what I was saying there with the shoulders, any of the shoulder tensions can also be related now to a fear, listen carefully, to a fear of failing your responsibilities in your life if you allowed yourself to really truly change during this full moon phase. But the good news is that changes that are now coming in is actually in full support of aligning you even more with your true authentic self, right? And failure now in this case does not exist during this full moon phase, because it is opening up a path for you to move back to who you really are. And for you now to consciously see and feel the power of just being yourself. And you might also now slightly feel intimidated by what I just said, right? That's normal. That is okay, right? Because if change was easy, then we would all be living our dream lives, right? So this is all subconscious fear that might already now have been stirred up in you. And this can now cause you to feel like a sense of emotional disconnection, right? Because numbness tend to be our default when things get a little bit uncomfortable in our emotional lives, right? I'm sure that you can relate to that. So apart from this full moon creating such a wonderful opportunity for change and for healing, it can also have a ripple effect that is now causing you, like I said earlier, to start to feel maybe a little bit disconnected from people that you care about in your life. So being mindful that you're not subconsciously pushing people away from you. Because remember, during this full moon phase, we are all in this together, right? No one is going to escape this one. So you might as well just enjoy the ride and welcome the change, because it is time. And this time, it is about you. So having said that, let's start the healing meditation for this full moon to really fully take advantage of this powerful frequency that wants you to now finally meet your true authentic self. And we will also, in the same healing meditation, we will also do a beautiful reconnection healing to help you to reconnect to loved ones in case you've started to feel disconnected from them during this. It's almost like this highly charged intellectual phase of the full moon. But just before we start, I have a question for you. Just to kind of start to plant that seed in your subconscious mind, right? So listen carefully. When you think about change, and also the hidden blocks that is now stopping you, not blocks that you're consciously aware of, because of course we're not consciously holding ourselves back. It's normally subconscious, and then we form coping mechanisms and self-sabotage around that. So my question to you is, what in your life will change that you are not ready to change if you let go of your false identity today? And if you're giving me a blank stare right now, perfect. You are exactly where you need to be, because your coping mechanisms are now throwing you in a loop and it's distracting you from seeing a much deeper hidden block. So, I'm going to repeat it. What in your life will change that you are not ready to change if you let go of your false identity today? So now, even if you're still going, Evette, I don't get it. Perfect. Your subconscious mind is always listening. That's not your frontal cortex and your RAS, your reticular activating system trying to figure out what's going on. That is perfect. Let it go, let it be. Just let it go and let it be. Now, get ready for the healing meditation. So in this case, it would be best if you're in a space where you're on your own, you're not going to be interrupted, it's quiet. You can sit up or you can lie down, whatever is most comfortable for you. And I will also get my music ready here to join you here. Perfect. Okay, so now let's take a nice deep breath and reset the frontal cortex and just bringing it into the present moment. Take a nice deep breath. That's it. It's almost like just exhaling and shaking off all that stress from the day, everything that just no longer serves you for this exercise. And also your new identity that wants to start coming forward. I invite you now to feel, see, sense, or hear a beautiful waterfall, any color of your choice, flowing over your head, down your spine, down your chest, your arms, your legs, your abdomen, out your feet. Relaxing every single muscle in your body. And every breath that you take, you'll start to feel yourself relaxing more and more and more. Feeling how that beautiful light of that waterfall is just flowing through every single cell in your body. Releasing, resolving and dissolving old stress that no longer serves your new identity. And also just shaking off, just releasing other people's stress that's in your energy field, just allowing that beautiful light to just clean it and just let it drown out your body, down, 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 into the earth. Also just acknowledging the difference between your identity and other people's stress. And when you're ready, I invite you now to observe and sense an open, empty space in front of you. And as you do, I invite you now to see yourself standing in front of yourself. You're observing a snapshot, like a copy of you standing in front of you. And as you are observing this part of you, I invite you now to observe where you could perhaps store or hold all these old coping mechanisms that no longer serves you. And even if you don't have conscious awareness of what they are, knowing that your emotional body knows exactly what is holding you back. Your consciousness knows what's holding you back. And I'm inviting you now to trust that process. Trust that divine intelligence and knowledge. And as you're sensing and allowing yourself to becoming aware of these mechanisms, releasing and letting go of any conscious need to know what it is. And observing this copy in front of you, pushing out. It's almost like you're energetically excreting and pushing out all these negative coping mechanisms that no longer serves your new identity. Pushing it out into your field outside of you. And as you do, feeling this beautiful light flowing over this copy standing in front of you, just resolving and dissolving all that negative coping mechanisms that's been pushed out into your outer field. It's almost like a tablet in water, just resolving and dissolving. Resolving and dissolving. Feeling a beautiful sense of lightness and expansion coming into every single cell in your body. Feeling and sensing how everything that's happening in this copy standing in front of you, it's having this beautiful ripple effect into your present body. You are an expression of the holographic universe, and knowing that it's all happening simultaneously. Releasing, resolving and dissolving and healing all these old coping mechanisms that no longer serves your new identity. Resolving and dissolving. Resolving and dissolving. Even bringing in now that beautiful waterfall over you again, just allowing that light to flow over you, just flushing out everything that you no longer need down, 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 into the earth. To be transformed into new positive energy. Releasing, resolving and dissolving. And now, as you are observing yourself still standing in front of you, bringing in a new light with a new color to it. And this new color is representing the new changes that's going to start to come in, the new beautiful emotional resources that's already in your body, allowing that now to be reignited. And for you to remember what it feels like to just be you and to feel powerful, empowered, and confident and in control. Allowing that beautiful color to flow through every single cell in your body, just waking up these beautiful aspects within you now that all these old coping mechanisms has been flushed out and released. Allowing the most intelligent, the most highest and best emotional and mental resources to come forward to support you in your path. Allowing your body just to expand and to flow into that, to merge with these beautiful resources being reignited in every single cell in your body. Allowing your biological makeup and your blueprint now to remember what it feels like to be you. And while you're going through that beautiful integration process, I will affirm positive affirmations, and all that you have to do is listen to my voice. I call my power back from the times when I adapted to my false identity. I call my power back from the fake fears that held me back from embracing my true self. I commit myself to my path. I commit myself to my authentic self. I commit myself to living a graceful and successful life. You're doing great. Just taking another deep breath and just being with that for a few seconds. And now, let's reconnect back to loved ones again. I invite you now to see the people that you love. Right? This can even be people from communities. It can be people from workplaces. Wherever you have people in your life that you appreciate. And I invite you now to feel, see, sense, or hear them around you. Allowing a beautiful light now to come over you and them from above down to below. Meaning the light is coming in from above, down, over you, over them, right until beneath your feet. And it's holding everyone, including you, in this one beautiful, powerful light. Allowing all your beautiful energetic connections that are meant to be in alignment with each other to really gently reconnect. Just building a sense of awareness of having them around you. Just having that beautiful awareness. Feeling like a sense of togetherness. Moving together collectively. And also in divine harmony. You are on your path. They are on their path. And yet you all collectively coexist. Feeling that beautiful presence, just becoming aware of that presence. And just remembering and realizing that they were always there. Your energy and your focus was just temporarily diverted. Taking another deep breath in and exhale. Perfect. Now, I invite you to let go of anything that you feel, felt, or sense in these visualizations, or if you sense that. Bringing your focus back to the present moment, to you, in the here and now. Listening to my voice, feeling the surface beneath your body, and feeling roots starting to grow back into the earth from your feet. Grounding you and anchoring you back to the earth. Bringing back balance and coherence in every single cell in your body. And when you open your eyes, not yet, but in a moment when you do, you will look at the world through the eyes of someone who has now taken a powerful step to embrace your true, authentic self. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and gently come back to me. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me, guys. And if you want to stay up to date with more meditations, more amazing fun videos to follow, you can join me on Evette Rose with a digit 1 on Instagram. Follow my YouTube channel, evetterose.com, and you can also catch me on Facebook. So until next time, see you for the new moon healing talk and session as well. Be the light that you are.